So basically, Steve and Steven have rebranded to Goontopia, and it may not go over well with some fans.
The expression is gooning, Gooning.
It's called gooning, and the left wants to ban it completely.
Listen, here's the thing. I love gooning. So get up, dust off, goon.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Choco! Oh my gosh.
Well, Tucker! That's my Roseanne. Tucker and Roseanne hung out this week.
Oh, I was doing the guy we'll get to later, Eric Ass.
Oh, well,
Eric
the laugh. You see how I could be confused.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah,
was
of course. It's
your
the same
Tucker.
sound as Eric crying. Welcome to Goontopia, everyone. We've got a great show for you today. I'm Steve, and...
This is Steven, but you just told me the Steven here is dead.
well, we still have the same names unless we come up with, Ready Player 1 and Ready Player 2, Mario and Luigi. I mean, if we get different names, we'll change with it. But until now, we still go by those names. We just don't associate with that former show. It's like the Crowder situation. Did you hear about real quick, Crowder's right-hand man who quit like 6 years ago, just made a video saying he wants to sue Crowder, and this thing is going viral. It's almost at $100,000 for people to watch Crowder burn. So we support Crowder burning.
Has he got a big following behind all this? I think we should get him on the show.
Yeah, he does. He has a good...
well, then that's not good for us, because then we're not going to be able to get him. But.
Well, he's desperate, though, because in his video, he's like, I've got a family to feed, so we could be like, hey, we could help feed your family.
Well, and we could tell him we've had a run-in with him, too, because his wife's a fan of the show.
Right.
You refuse to do wifely things, then I will go.
We are at an impasse, okay? I love Steven.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I love you. But I love Steven very much.
So we do have a connection. We're not totally removed from Crowder. Today is a really important holiday. I was just thinking about it. It's April Fool's Day.
Right.
Or is it?
Not
Is that just the first prank of many pranks on today's show?
That's true. It's our last episode. April Fools.
April Fools.
Yeah. Check this out. Guys, we're going to start with a tech segment.
Okay.
Guys, the new iPhone just dropped.
Really?
So here's a picture of the iPhone. Maybe I'll do concept. That'll probably... You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Here we go. Guys, this is the new iPhone that's going to be coming out here soon. Looks really cool to me. I can't wait. And in other news, RFK Jr. slipped and fell on a banana peel. We're going to be doing some sports highlights of that footage that we have access to, and April Fools.
And whoopee cushions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why are they not practical? Do you remember the episode of SpongeBob when they go to the gag gift store? Why do those exist? Is there somewhere where I can buy the gum?
No, I don't think so anymore.
Okay.
It's that parents these days are so scared. So,
Yeah.
It's probably all outsourced by Amazon. Or it's all, people who ran those shops. Let's cut to the brass tacks here. It's Brian Peck people who run those magic shops. They're all pedophiles. So.
Well, I feel like there should at least be what do they call that? The sweatshop Chinese thing.
That's who runs it instead of a pedophile?
Yeah, I know there should be $7, a nickel whoopee cushions,
Yeah, well, the pedophile makes sense because that in of itself is like an April Fool's joke. Oh, you thought you were in here just to shop? April Fools. So
Okay. Jokes done, because now RFK did make a big announcement this week.
Yeah.
He announced his VP,
yeah.
Nicole Shanahan.
Yep. O'Harahan. Look, let me just tell you my bit because it's short. I was watching this live stream for 2 hours and they didn't even announce the campaign lady. So then once they said the lady's name, I dipped out. So that's all I know. What do you know?
Oh, you didn't watch her speech?
No, I didn't.
Well, first off, her kid has autism because of vaccines.
Woo!
That was within the first 3 minutes of meeting her.
Damn.
We're about to show you. I don't even know what that is. A joke.
Look at how autistic.
Yeah, you're a lot
girl
closer. And then she comes out and is like, yeah, my 8-month-year-old daughter was fine. 8-month-year-old. What the fuck am I trying to say? Whatever. She was fine. She was grabbing things. She was smiling. And then boom, we got her vaccinated and game over.
Did the audience cheer when they're like, so my daughter has autism?
It was a video presentation for 10 minutes and then she came out. So she warmed him up with all the, but I don't know. RFK's we need a young person to be my VP.
Is she 50?
No, she's 38.
Oh, okay. No, she's youthful. And I didn't know she was married to the guy who made Google.
Yeah.
So she's in tech.
Yeah,
And-
Sergey Brin or whatever.
Yeah, Sirhan, one of these clowns here that we're talking about. I'm glad with the pick though, because his whole slant is like environmentalism, and she seems to have a pretty modern and good environmentalist background. So glad it was not like Aaron Rodgers or Jesse Ventura.
I just don't know if it's going to give his campaign more buzz, but
Yeah, no, that's true, but. I think the fake announcement of it possibly being Aaron Rodgers, like I think they realized that will give them like 99% of the press they would want anyway. So then it's like, now that we can fool them with this, now we throw in our real VP.
Well, he should have said Donald Trump or Joe Biden was going to be his VP, because then everybody would be talking, because that doesn't make any sense.
That's true, yeah. And if he declines, Joe Biden will be my VP. And he kind of sounds like an older Big Mike. Hey, Big Mike from
Now,
Logan
I will say this.
Paul.
This is the scary thing about Nicole Shanahan. Is she kept talking about technology because she's a Silicon Valley biatch, bad bitch, boss girl. But she keeps talking about, we have to like get tech people into these like committees and stuff. Like when we're in the White House, we're going to have them like helping us decide like AI and stuff for the future.
Yeah.
But it's all this like, it needs to be in the right hands versus the wrong hands. And we could be in the wrong hands otherwise. But that feels kind of scary, It's
Yeah.
like, why do we still trust anybody?
That's true. You know who, not to keep talking about Andrew Yang, but he had the best stance on like data and big tech, where it was like people need to be tied to their data so they can sell it to companies, instead of like now where companies just take your data and sell it to other companies without you even knowing. Like, but then, yeah, it seems like what she's saying is just, the good guys will take care of it. But it's like, okay, well, how long are the good guys in charge? Are you going to establish like a monarchy and make sure you guys stay in power? Because I'm okay with that, but how long? 4 years you guys are gonna give it to the bad guys or whatever.
Yeah, but I do like all the food, clean food or whatever the hell, because they're like talking about all the things that are banned in Europe. There's like hundreds of ingredients that you can't even use
Like
in
most
products and like processed food over there.
yeah most of like the food dyes are like banned in Europe that we use. It's crazy. I mean, we are just like, we've got something in the joke cards later.
Have you
for
ever
that.
seen that app that you just like scan? This isn't new, but where you just scan a label and it tells you everything bad in it.
Yeah. Well,
It's a
think
nice
about
app.
It is a good app. And you know what it reminds me of too? Another dangerous app is, do you remember iBeer? 99 cents. Who knows what was in that stuff? And we were just drinking it like it was nothing.
Yeah, no, my app's a good app though, but I did forget about iBeer and Shotgun the gun app,
where you had to pay like 99 cents to like reload. And man, what a you can't get me on the early 2000s tech thing. So I'll start thinking about Fruitiger Arrow, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that for the show. So
okay, so we will get back to RFK.
Right.
I like hiking, and I want a young person there with me
to help me hike.
Yeah, you have that down. I don't
Thank you.
know how to do that. I'm voting for RFK. That's my final thing.
We're gonna do a breakdown of the candidates before we give our official endorsement, but that is a good tease at who we will officially endorse. I just think, look, the thing with Trump is, I love Trump, you love Trump, but with his campaign going forward in 2024, I feel like they're just trying to recapture lightning in a bottle, and it's not going to be what we think it's going to be. Even if he wins by a landslide, I'll still be happy, but it's not, you know what I mean? They're going to try to cuck him even harder. Half of his presidency is going to be spent with him like in court with all these business dealings and stuff, And so, I don't know.
Well, there's just things that he said he was going to do the first time that he didn't, so I don't know. And maybe he just couldn't, but like fucking over, them boys at the CIA or whatever. And I really think Kennedy would try to like get rid of those agencies.
Yeah.
Or die trying.
He wanted to rape Hillary Clinton, right? Wasn't that what is
Who?
Gonna rape Trump?
Oh yeah,
raping Hillary. That's what we're doing. Have you seen Saving Private Ryan? Well, guess what? Raping Hillary Clinton.
Well, he did say he wanted her to go to prison.
Yeah.
And that's really always been like a joke. Speaking of April Fools, a joke for don't drop the soap.
Yeah.
Hillary in prison. So you're right. You did want her to go through that.
Go drop the soap. Yeah, I don't know. Any other things to say about RFK? Oh, they did like that weird like land acknowledgement. They had like a Native American come up on stage and be like,
the Wahiki-Wawa tribe. The Wahiki-Wawa Chiwa tribe.
Chief Red Dye 44 foot is gonna be up here. Guna Buddha Ganga Booga Ginga Dunga Boonga.
The indigenous cause has always been important to me.
I loved Killers of the Flower Moon. Great movie. That was my Trump.
Damn, we should just put the best minds together and just do a Kennedy Biden. I guess I already made they're going to be this VP, but you know, we should just have them run together.
Well, you know how they do those videos? It's like the actors of the year. They like sit in a round table and they discuss acting. They just need to have the 3 candidates sit down like that. Like, no, the number one rule, you can't argue with each other. You just have to shoot the shit with each other and just see what happens. Like,
you know how the media, this is what, if I ran the media, right? If I ran the media and I was asking the tough questions and I was on CNN, right? And I get Biden and Trump to do the debate, I would sit them in a room at the round table, like you said, and I would go, like, what's the most fucked up thing you ever did to a girl? You know, just like
say it like that too. All right, what's the most fucked up thing you've ever done to a girl?
And then, you know, it just loosens them up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, they can kind of laugh, bust each other's balls. Like, you did what to her?
Now, Trump, you crazy. Trump, you crazy.
And that would immediately, it would, you know, everyone watching would be like, wow, this is awesome. You know, no matter who wins, we're all happy. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
And we're all closer together because of it. And that's what Kennedy's message really is we need to, you know, we need to sit down and have the uncomfortable conversations with each other.
Which is what's the most fucked up thing we've done to a woman.
And even if you're angry and upset, you don't just leave that table. You know, you owe it to the other person to really try and work through the difficulties at the time.
That's true. And they could do like a Sydney Sweeney or Kim Kardashian, you know, tits or ass. That's how the pop culture
like,
people.
Don't mess around with us, Trump. Just be honest.
Yeah. No, I agree. We need more. And I hate when people say it in like a diplomatic way. No, it needs to be like a shooting the shit way. And that's what RFK Jr. is running on. And that's what his vice president's been saying in Silicon Valley. She's like, we're trying to shoot the shit here, motherfucker. She's really cool with the slang from her speech, obviously, that I didn't watch.
She did use some slang and I didn't like it. And there was a few times where she like, you know, she's reading off a teleprompter, at least for some of it, right? And she's, you know, and what do we want? Robert F. Kennedy, you know, like she forgets the kind of the timing of it.
Okay, I thought it was going to be like, well, good thing where was the speech at?
Oakland.
Okay, good thing we're in Oakland and not in Ohio where the Rizzler is. Like, I thought you meant that type of slang. Livy Dunn, baby Gronk, guys.
Whatever happened to that guy? The guy that covered...
he died.
Oh.
No, he was never real to begin with. We can... No, I don't know. Do you want to check in on him or should we... Okay, there you go. Take that, baby Gronk guy. You're not even important enough to check in on. And we check in on Oreo Man.
And just before we get off politics, is there anything else? Did Trump do anything funny this week? I haven't been on Twitter, and this is an ongoing saga on the show. I'm not on Twitter, and that's the only place I ever got news ever.
Right. No, I understand that because every time I want to shit on Twitter, I always kind of, on the show, I want to preface it with like, well, I get like all the stories for the show from Twitter. So I can't hate Elon for being such a like Redditor faggot that much because he has made Twitter awesome. Has Trump and Biden done anything? Not that I know of. So the next thing we had on that list was what? Oh, Mr.
Butts.
Eric Seymour Butts. You may have known this guy. You may have seen this guy online. He's the soy boy reacting to like Marvel movie trailers. I guess I'll start with his most famous work. When this movie came out, I mean, he was just like
I used to not fall for stuff like this, but then when I saw this video, it changed my mind.
That you think that you thought this was real?
That this is real.
This is real, yes. This is about Israel.
Real.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy, he's crying, reacting to...
there's no audio?
It's a Katy Perry song that plays, so it's not even him making the noises, so unfortunately. But we decided to check this guy out, and one of the things we came to notice is like he's like the real-life Greg Turkington. And should we just show the Beetlejuice thing? Should we react to him reacting to the Beetlejuice?
Yeah, I think that was a good one because that was the first one we watched together. Well, obviously we saw the Star Wars one, and that went mega viral. So if you know this guy, you've seen that video probably. He was mega viral for it.
Yeah.
So now we watch Beetlejuice, and because, it's great too because I'm excited for the new Beetlejuice. Jenna Ortega's in it.
And
Michael Keaton from...
Mr. Mom.
Yeah. Damn, Mr. Mom's a good poll.
Yeah, thank you. Well, everyone wanted to kill Michael Keaton when he was cast as Batman because they were like, Mr. Mom, are you crazy? Kill Michael Keaton. It's also a side note. It's funny how in the 80s, when they didn't like a casting choice, they were rallying to kill the person, where now we have the pedophile Brian Peck who runs free. I mean, that's like crazy. That's how cucked we are as a nation. And I'm not implying anything. It's just an observation. It's a joke. And okay, so let's get into this Beetlejuice reaction. So this guy, I mean, we just got to show you him before.
Yeah, do we want to look at this background, this backdrop he's got going on? Because the gamer chair is like a staple of these kind of guys' room. Like they always have that gamer chair. It always has red. Why do gamer chairs always have red? Red's like, I hate red.
Red's like a power color, maybe. They think they're getting a power up quicker. Mario's red. He wears red.
I know, but purple makes me feel juiced too. Purple's like an even higher level. Like in a video game, when red, because red is like the base level thing. Or maybe it's not.
No,
you're purple is like the upgrade.
In Mario Kart, when you're drifting, like the drifting flames change to purple. And that signifies that's the fastest you're about to go. So purple's the highest level. So and in Fortnite, purple guns are like they're rare. They're good guns.
Spyro, the purple dragon.
Yep.
Purple gems are worth the most.
Zelda, the purple rupees are worth 50, not the highest, but not the lowest. So, and then what else we have here? So we've got the Mickey Mouse hat with, this is the guy from, I think House of a Thousand Corpses, the Rob Zombie.
He had a Brett Gelman puppet down there?
Yeah.
Or is that Jesus?
Oh, yeah. Well, this could also looks like Brett Gelman. This is the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde Brett Gelman figure series. And then down below is Skeleton from...
The Macabre. I don't know. Oh, from Deos de los Ochos or whatever the fuck. What's the Mexican Day of the Dead
Dia
called?
de los Muertos.
Yeah.
And is this Laura Croft? What is Drive-In? Solo.
Okay. And he's got some PS4 games, Last of Us.
Funko Pop, of course. 2 for 1. Yoda and Luke. And Rick and Morty something. And he plays bass, so you know he's quiet but cool.
And you know he's legit too, because none of these DVDs really are the standard size. It's always like some kind of fatter pack. So you know he's got either, series or the collector's edition.
Wait, this is a Rick and Morty game. It's rated M. So, but yeah, he's got the and that's even more powerful because the special edition of games are insanely expensive. He's got that for Switch games. I didn't even know Switch games came in big boxes like that. So anyway, let's this says Eric Butts, by the way. Is this his album?
Well, he covered up the S.
Yeah, Eric Butt. So we cannot confirm if that's him or not.
Is that a Nutty Professor box set back there? What is that? That's the inn. Just reminds me. That's the inn from Nutty Professor. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty basic font, but I mean, what does it say? Robin Williams?
The Nutty Professor saga. Is that everything here? Should we get right into this?
Yeah, we can go ahead. Sorry,
it's okay.
I thought you'd like that.
I did.
You didn't even mention his guitar. Fender.
I did. I said he's a bass player, so he's quiet and reserved, but cool.
Nothing gets by you.
That was dumb. I came back from Ghostbusters. I've had a lot of fun.
He's an alcoholic.
I mean, we should just say that right away.
In Ghostbusters,
and this explains why he's always crying.
Very, 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 very.
It does, and it explains his glossy-eyed shit all the time.
Because of other trailers coming out, and then I'm in the movie theater, and I'm like, what? No, this what? It didn't even hit the internet yet. And apparently, it hit the internet 10 minutes before I left to go to the movies. And anyways, I was able to go. La, la, la. I didn't do la 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 in the theater. I didn't want to ruin it for people. I have a little trick where I'm kind of
There's no way he doesn't ruin it.
But we're here finally. It's our first look.
I mean, anything.
Say it twice because it's that nice. It might be a little bad if you have to say it thrice. We're gonna see the teaser trailer for Beetlejuice. Yeah, it's showtime. I should have saved that for when we started the trailer. Maybe I'll do it again.
Isn't he starting it now?
I don't know. He'll start it in a second. But if you missed that part, he said he went to go see another movie. The Beetlejuice trailer was in the 30 minutes of ads before the actual movie, and he thought, I need to do a real reaction to this on my YouTube channel. So then he did the la 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 la, and so everyone thought he had a bomb. So he was kicked out of the movie theater. Anyway, so we'll get to the part where he talks about that.
Well, Beetlejuice is a great movie.
It is.
Beetlejuice.
Watch the trailer. But that'd be amazing. Other than that, though, I know nothing about it, so let's get to it. Let's watch. I do know it starts with...
He like grabs his neck too, that phlegm clearance.
Yeah, the gullet grab.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the original town even.
Well, duh. I mean, why would it take place anywhere else?
He lives in the attic of that house.
Yeah.
She's trouble.
Yeah.
That's his reaction.
He like jizzed.
Catherine O'Hara. Oh, she's trouble.
This song fucking blows.
No.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I bet you Mike Redbar likes it.
Well,
How about that?
good for him. He's got cancer. Not the original. I like the original song. I hate this remix.
Yeah, no,
for the
I agree.
trailer.
And I hate when they do that because it's like just giving you. The juice is loose. That's RFK.
The juice is loose.
Beetlejuice is my VP. Yeah, he comes every time.
Oh, I forgot. Wasn't he? No, I'm okay. Michael Go. Okay.
He doesn't even say what he's working through. He just glitched.
Wow, that was way less than I thought it would be, but there was no way I wasn't going to react to that. I'm sorry it was such a short thing to look at and see for you, but there was, what little we got, some greatness, absolute greatness in there. And I'm not just talking Michael Keaton, because of course he looks aged. Not Michael Keaton, but I mean, because they could have made him look the same since he's under so much makeup. But it's interesting that they let him look like he aged. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that.
I love that.
I mean, his commentary is like really just full of that. It's like he looked like he aged, which I'm glad they went with that choice to age the actor who's aged. I mean, that's like literally something Greg Turkington would say. I mean, good gosh. Okay, do you have something to say, or should I go?
Yeah, because it is like a Greg thing. Because he'd be like, you know, Beetlejuice, he's an eternal character, so he wouldn't normally age, but Michael Keaton has aged, and because
so how are the studios gonna, work with that?
Though I do love that creative decision by Tim Burton to make him look aged, make the aged man look aged. Okay,
and for that I give 5 bags of popcorn and a little bit of de-aging serum there. Like that. Okay,
Bet that's going to be a story beat. It's awesome. I didn't really realize. It makes sense, but I didn't realize, I hadn't given it thought to understand it was going to be in the original town, but I loved seeing the original bridge and just that quaint seaside town feeling. I knew Jenna Ortega was going to be Winona Ryder's daughter.
The hair swoop.
He always like swoops his locks over, but he has like half an inch of hair.
He's grown some, but she's still got like the same hairstyle and sense of dress.
Yeah,
and
she's an old woman now.
It's the same character. I'm glad that they kept Beetlejuice with the same costume. I'm glad they didn't change his costume look too much.
I'm glad they didn't make him look like a completely different character as to confuse us.
Like Mr. Mom or something,
Terror and concern of seeing Beetlejuice.
Which they could have done because Michael Keaton didn't play Mr. Mom.
Yeah.
The funeral is interesting. I wonder if it's supposed to be the dad who, that actor, to put it nicely, had some issues. I just, I don't want to get too heavy.
Who's
on
he
the
talking
table.
about?
Oh, he's talking about the. I'll pull it up.
Oh, the guy that like raped somebody.
Yes, allegedly confirmed. Allegedly.
Purportedly.
Yeah, Mr. Rooney. Yeah.
Oh,
from,
right.
Yeah, this guy.
he did. Yeah, or he got convicted of something, didn't he?
Yeah, he got in some legal.
Maybe
trouble.
not rape. Whatever.
Maybe it was.
Just hanging out with a girl.
Yeah, because these days you can. Yeah.
I'm only kind of, but so I do wonder if that's the case, which would be the clever thing to do. So it's like that way we don't have to deal with bringing them back. But it was nice to see them.
Very clever the way they it's like this is the first time he's ever heard of.
They have a term
off.
for it. It's called killing off a character.
Oh,
it's existed forever.
Hang on, he's moved in his chair. So, what box set is that?
The Nutty Professor. Because remember, the Nutty Professor was Jerry Lewis, right?
Yeah.
And then they made the Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
Which was the Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Back in Lydia, and now Jenna Ortega, of course, is fantastic.
Oh,
I do wonder if
Night
the old
Train.
Okay.
The guy that was like their interior decorator would be back. That would be kind of interesting. The use of Deo, I mean, they're definitely playing on some nostalgia, but not in a way that it felt too nostalgia-baity.
That's a good one.
So,
It's nostalgia, but not nostalgia.
Yeah.
But still nostalgia at the same time it isn't nostalgia.
It was incredibly nostalgic, but not like too nostalgia baity. I mean, I nostalgia baited to it if you saw me reacting to it.
And by the way, it's pure nostalgia. Everything, like he said, it's in the same town. It's the same characters. It's the same villain.
Jenna Ortega is the only thing different.
That's it.
That's it, yeah. And the funeral for the guy.
Well, no, but even the main characters die at the beginning of the first one. So it's like there's some death at the start of the movie.
What if Alec Baldwin, to actually commentate on the trailer, what if Alec Baldwin killed Rooney, on accident like he did on the set of the movie Rust, which I'm still holding out to see. I can't wait to see Rust. All right, anyway, you want to keep going? Yeah.
Man, it looks great. Again, we didn't see a lot, but the tone, the vibe, and the visuals 1,000% fantastic. I got high hopes. Very excited to see a trailer for this, a full trailer. And of course, I'm going to be there day one because what am I, an idiot? Plus, that doesn't mean you're an idiot if you don't. I'm sorry. I don't know why I chose the word idiot. I've had a lot of adult drinks and it's late.
You always do.
Porn water,
what
adult
am I,
drinks.
A guy who doesn't love movies as much as Eric Butts does. Do you think Tim Burton's going to bring back that magic? Because I feel like he's been getting back to old Tim Burton a little bit here and there lately. So, and Wednesday was a pretty good return to form.
Hasn't done anything in 15 years.
I know, I was gonna say that was based on like nothing. That was a shot in the dark.
The good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And of course, you can, what else do I say here? Oh, and remember, we will get through this. We will get through this together.
So that's a good taste of who that guy is.
I love the ending or the comment about like, because Tim Burton is doing a sequel to one of his first movies, he's like, yeah, he's like going back to the classics. It's like, yeah, that's the fucking movie, idiot. But we love Eric Butts. We joke on him, but we truly, I mean, he's kind of an admirable guy.
Are we watching any more of him? We're done.
Yeah. You want to do the Disney one or the Howard Stern one? Which one do you want to?
Let's do the Disney real quick because we're just going to show the
timestamps. Hey, everybody, are you ready to ride?
Okay, so this is his Disney World solo trip, part 1. It's 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And so we were kind of watching a little bit of this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, no dislikes. So
no dislikes, and we'll like it.
So so this is hilarious. He just gets drunk the entire time at Disney World. I think it starts an hour and a half. Yeah, lynchy margarita, limoncello margarita, Epcot is beautiful, Moroccan mule, Impossible beef hand pie, La Vie en Rose martini, Bayou cocktail.
A little bit of Germany.
Yeah, La Cava del
Tequila.
I mean, Oaxaca mule.
Isn't that the Native America drug? Oh, we did Oaxaca.
Oh, yeah, that is.
The frozen mojito. I mean, you know what this reminds me of? Have you
on a journey of water too after just getting plastered? He's just like, I'm gonna go in the water right.
Moana.
Drunken camera.
Oh, we'll jump to that one and check it out. Then he's calling it a night and then wraps up. Let's do this drunken camera. All right, not much there. You know what that description of timestamps reminds me of? It reminds me of, have you ever seen this guy? He's like a day drinker. He reviews cigarettes and beer. So his videos are like the dip guy, but he's like, hey, how's it going, everyone? Today, it's 2 p.m. and I'm going to go day drinking and smoking cigarettes in a public park. It's like that. It's pretty much what he's doing. Yeah, no, the alcohol, this is an alcohol-fueled...
Yeah, so that's just an important thing to keep in mind as we go along this journey now. So we'll get to the Star Wars one now?
Yeah, this is just like the classic one that he is known for. So we can just show you, because this is the Hitler. This is what they did the Hitler edit to, So he has his lightsaber.
For movie reviewing out my Patreon for other kind of movie reviews, old, new, everything in between, and Let's Plays. Lots of it's free over there if you want to check it out by looking up the Eric Butts. Or use the link in the description below. And I am so channeling the Micro Machines fan because I'm ready to get to this. I'm refreshing with
At this point, he was talking so damn fast, we just had to speed it up.
Well, you were convinced he's on Adderall, too.
Yeah, no, he's got to be on a little bit of it, or...
I will say,
Vyvanse.
Never mind. I was going to say that maybe when you're drunk, it's a little similar to his drunkenness.
Oh, okay. An excited drunk. So maybe, but he clearly drinks all the time. Look at this like yearbook headshot. This beautiful, glorious.
I mean, yeah, he always looks like he's about to cry.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, we'll get to the 3PO.
By the way, sorry, one time.
Yeah.
One pause. Everybody knows the rules.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the shot is. It can be the most unimpressive shot ever, and he's crying. Like, he'll just see somebody running through a field, and it's like, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, Rey, like, uses her lightsaber, and he's, like, crying. Yeah, that tiny jump.
Feeling. The Force brought us together.
Hey, yo, what? Shit.
Man crying.
It's like like Kylo Ren was obviously going to be in the movie.
I know.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
We love that sound.
He can't even. What even happens?
I was saying that's the sound that the ships make when they shoot the bullets.
Yeah.
They shoot the lasers.
The blaster.
God!
The Millennium. Falcon.
Jesus.
It's your undoing.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
The tear.
Taking one last look, sir.
Oh no. No,
My
what?
friends.
Are they gonna wipe? What?
This is delirious.
I know.
To go. I mean, I'm literally crying from watching.
I know, just watch. This is Tucker Carlson's son. Wait, what was that? It's like a dog.
Oh, they're in the throne room.
Oh, they're in the throne room. I mean, the funniest thing is that this movie sucked so bad. It's like seriously top 10, one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
You know what's really funny about it? This movie came out like 6 years ago.
I know. Yeah, that's true. Well, this video is 6 years old.
I know.
Okay.
I was just joking.
Yes.
He's just late to the...
Oh my gosh. Yes. I can't even process everything I just saw. I avoided looking at that ship shot they released earlier today so much. And the Star Destroyers coming out of the ice. And what was the white room? Kylo and Rey were in destroying something together. And then Kylo like walking through the water and appearing out of the mist thing. And it's definitely the Death Star. And we're in the throne room. And oh my... The B-Wings, the Y-Wings, they're all back. The Resistance is growing. New dialogue from Luke, I think. New dialogue from Leia. Happy birthday, Carrie Fisher, by the way. Oh my God. I can't believe it. It's happening, man. I don't want the saga to end. I know we're going to get lots of other great stuff, but I mean, this has meant so much to me through my entire life. Like, I am who I am today because Star Wars shaped me in so many ways. And I think we're going to get a very appropriate...
What was the other thing he said? Was it in this video? When he says something like, again, really obvious, where it's like, you know, when he's like, you know, they're implying that Anakin was trained by the Emperor. And it's like, that's something we've known since the original trilogy.
Yeah,
like, he just doesn't know that about Star Wars. He's the biggest fan.
Yeah, let me see when he says that. I don't know if it's in this one.
The tickets are selling out like crazy for opening weekend, just so you know. They came out, like they do every year, they came out at 8 o'clock. I know everybody thought it was when the trailers dropped, but good luck getting your tickets.
I mean, this is crazy. Like, I imagine him, like, when his first child is getting born, he's just, like, sitting there, like, on his phone or something, but then it's, like, a new Star Wars screenshot drops, and he's like...
I think he'd get equally excited for a kid because I think he's emotional, but that's still not good.
Yeah.
You know, you want the kid to be more emotional.
Yeah. Not even on the same level. You'd want a huge difference between the kid and the movie. He's always going again.
I've never cried or been this excited about anything.
I know.
Like, my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty excited when I got like a GameCube for my birthday, but not to the point where I was like, I did not cry. In fact, this is evil of me, but I got Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube and it was rated T, and my mom had said I can't play rated T games, which is why I asked my dad to get it for me. Mm-hmm. And so after I opened it up, I like held the box in front of her face like long enough so she could see the T-rated game. Because I was like, go ahead, tell me I can't play this game. Like, I held it out long enough for her to comment on it being rated T. And I was like, so what? It's Spider-Man. And so then I got to play it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That would have been exciting.
Do we want to look at the Howard Stern thing?
Yeah, because that's commenting on this, right?
Yeah.
This video.
I believe so.
So he has been a lifelong, I won't say anything else, but he's been a lifelong Howard fan apparently, which just probably isn't true.
I know. Well, that's crazy too, to imagine this guy liking like anything that Howard Stern says or does is...
I mean, I'd be honored if Howard made fun of us on the show. It actually wouldn't even be offensive either on any level because he's washed. So Howard Stern, threw Goontopia on the show.
Take a look at these guys, Robin. This is what kids are doing nowadays. They're just...
Oh no, you crazy Howard. You talking about the Goon Bros again?
Well, the thing I don't understand is that and I'm not Howard Stern now.
You're the Jewish kid from the Jewish gritty kid.
So apparently,
life is all about doing a radio show for Robin and your friends and your mother.
Why? Because life is about making Robin happy. What was I going to say about it? Oh, just how people do their radio shows from home or some gay shit like that. Anyway, here's him. Howard Stern roasts me over Star Wars.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a special video that I've never done before. Never honestly
Why is he unsure of himself?
I have a very special reaction for you today. So, as you know, I'm very passionate about Star Wars, especially the Skywalker saga, and that's been my entire life.
Wait, are we watching the same video?
No, it's different.
So I just want to say that I have been a long-term Howard Stern fan, and I think it's adorable they keep calling me kid.
By the way, it's adorable they keep calling me a kid. Well, it's because you're acting like a kid.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing you put out into the universe is that you're 12.
Right. Yeah, you watch trailers and review Funko Pops, and you're all out of Funko Pops.
That's why. I mean, that should make you feel sad.
He's a kid who drinks alcohol. He's like, what's that kid, Richie Rich, you know? But he's poor. So pouring himself a drink of alcohol so he can act like a kid to watch Star Wars.
40. So I still feel like a big kid sometimes because I can tap into that, you know. I'm an adult when I have to.
Imagine saying that. I tap into my kid.
I can tap into that.
Terrestrial days, I'd go sit out in my car because I didn't have a radio in my house, in my apartment at the time. And then when he made the switch to Sirius, I signed up as soon as I heard about it. And I was there for the test show, you know, before it was an official show. In those early days where they didn't even take commercial breaks. Obviously, I'm going to be back in a hardcore Howard mode now. That being said, they did actually...
Hardcore Howard? I've never heard that before. That's hardcore Howard.
Of course, they did kind of crap on it and everything. And honestly, if anything, I kind of wish they'd crapped on me a little harder. They pretty much only went for the nerd, which, yeah, absolutely, and virgin element. And it's like, okay. And Robin was asking about what shapes me in the office for watching this, or who am I? You know, how did it shape me into what kind of fan? They're gonna give me so much shit. This is gonna be epic.
Well, who is he? What is he?
I think we're gonna get a very
What the hell? Who is this young man?
It didn't sound like that.
It didn't sound as good as that.
It shouldn't.
And if this kid ever loses his virginity,
Howard.
I don't even think
She's like the gayest.
Gay.
Howard. Okay, Howard.
Okay, Howard.
Neville Papperman's dad.
Literally.
And if this
Howard.
kid ever loses his virginity,
Howard.
I don't even think
Well, his head will come off.
I think he was sitting in a puddle of his own jism after he saw that thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Crazy about
Well, when like C-3PO says, "I'm just saying goodbye to my friends,"
It's making him cry.
Just think. No. And he started crying again. Like, you know,
at the same spot.
Yeah.
Sad.
Howard.
And the C-3PO moment.
They're wiping him, essentially.
Yeah,
I mean, who?
You should be able to make that many like micro expressions within like a 3-second
Yeah.
range.
It's like we're going through a camera roll. And also, since he's just listening to the video, who cares about C-3PO? Who went into it being like, oh my gosh, I heard they're going to kill C-3PO.
Yeah.
Like, I was fine with Han Solo, I was fine with Luke, but C-3PO.
I know.
Lightsaber reflecting in her eye. Oh boy.
Poor kid.
Poor
Mark
old
Hamill
man,
weighed
old
in on
woman.
this guy. He said, "Why would anyone ridicule someone so passionate?"
My lord.
Yeah, I love that. Get off my
Why
lawn.
would anyone ridicule someone so passionate?
His little tongue at the end, too, like he's a little...
It's because he's putting it up on the internet for people to see.
I'm just reading how we haven't made much
Howie.
progress on science and math scores in schools. Now
That's
I
where you're
understand
wrong.
why.
Oh, no. That's absolutely
By the
wrong,
way,
Robin.
my
I'm the
phone-
opposite of that.
He right now is watching.
Why? What do you do that's math or science?
Yeah.
Because you watch a movie with science fiction?
Using the geometry to figure out how many Funko Pops can fit on one Target shelving unit.
Okay, is that...
Yeah, that's probably where it peters out. Maybe we can go to the end to see if there's anything else.
This is very crazy, though. Just that this guy...
exists. And
well, I just can't believe... I mean, I think, like I was telling you yesterday, I think people really can get themselves worked up to a level that they can react to stuff like this. And it really is like a mental illness. And I mean, I know we just subscribe to him. We're giving thumbs up. We like him. But unchecked, this creates a crazy person.
Yeah.
These behaviors. And and like even listening to an interview and responding as if they can hear you.
Right.
And like starting to talk and then they start to talk
So he
again, and
silences.
you
Yeah,
wait
yeah.
for them to finish their point instead of just pausing the video.
Right. Yeah. No, I totally agree. There's something off about this guy, and it goes beyond just the being an alcoholic and drinking while he's recording. It's the whole setup behind him. I mean, he had the box set, whatever.
Professor.
Yeah. I want to see what he says when he's back in his main studio, if he's got anything interesting to say.
I wish they crapped on me harder.
Be a part or be on or somehow be a part of that show. And even if this is kind of how I would have imagined it would happen. I mean, you know, at one point in my life, I'd hoped maybe I'd be a guest as a filmmaker or whatever, but I do low-key stuff nowadays. You know, like stock footage, that kind of stuff. That was just so cool, and it's so adorable. And I do, and don't get me wrong,
Okay, so
you know, I got to give him a little bit of...
If this guy worked in if this guy worked in the film industry, I couldn't even imagine if he's like, hi, I'm the lightings guy who's going to be working with you. I've worked on Star Wars. Oh my gosh. Like if he cries at like everyone he meets and stuff. I mean, it sounds like he at least had a job that he liked and all that stuff, but he is like crazy, but
it would be if you watched a lot of porn and started thinking you should make porn or something. I don't know, you know?
Yeah, he's like
you watch Cooking Channel.
you watch Cooking Channel.
You watch Cooking Channel, then you become a chef. You know, you think you're a chef all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So that's what this guy does. He loved movies. And it's
Now-
got to start somewhere, but you know, stock footage. Come on.
Well, he says he does that now. It's like he's low key now, which I don't know if that means. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means he got fired for crying. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything else to say about Mr. Butts? Eric Ass?
No.
Eric Ass Butts. See you later, little boy. Check him out.
Subscribe to him.
Give him some love. So
that's how we get off the hook for everything. We just make fun of somebody, and then we go subscribe to them.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like at least we're doing something that actually matters for him.
We ended on like this guy's mentally ill and should probably be monitored by someone. But they go, well, but subscribe to him anyway. So
a mentally ill alcoholic.
Yeah.
Who acts like a 12-year-old boy.
So that's why you should subscribe to him. Those are the 3 reasons of subscription.
It's joke time, everybody.
Get ready. So maybe I'll read mine first, just to explain that cargo ship thing. So yeah, here's the time where we do jokes.
What the hell's that word?
Hindu.
Oh.
Hindu nothing. I Hindu nothing. Like didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I didn't want to read ahead, but I just saw that right away.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so a cargo ship crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland, destroying the bridge and allegedly killing a comedian, Tom Myers. His final words were caught on camera, and they were, Dad, I wanted a GPS. Because he's from Baltimore, Maryland. All right, your turn.
I thought you were going to say, there's nothing low-key about that bridge getting hit. Okay, I'll read your jokes.
I thought also saying, oh, the fucking irony.
22 Hindu crew members were aboard a Dolly cargo ship that crashed into Maryland's Francis Scott Key Bridge yesterday. Oh, wait, because the episode comes out in a week. Sorry, last week. An internal investigation revealed the cause of the crash was a distant billboard featuring Sydney Sweeney, which distracted the entire crew, causing the crash. Okay.
Well, because like they're Indians. So like, oh no, look at the boobs, look at the boobs. It was more like that. Sorry.
Just entirely the Indians are horny.
Yeah, that was all.
Woo! Okay. I like that how you got to that, though.
Thank you.
That was good. It just took me a little time.
That first sentence, I will say, that sounds like the most, that's like if you gave a boomer like all of the Gen Alpha slang, like Riz Libby done in Ohio. Like it is kind of crazy. So you power
Hindu
through
crew.
that. Let me do this one because I have 3, so then we'll alternate. So here we go. After parting ways with the Daily Wire, conservative pundit Candace Owens joined the America First coalition. The new 3/5 member says she's excited for this new chapter in her life.
Jesus.
I might cut that.
A Texas man unhappy with his options for the 2024 presidential election changes his name to literally anybody else and launches his own bid for the Oval Office. Yesterday, Else announced his running mate will be LOLXD Random Rafflecopter of Awesome Sauce. Edit, thank you for the gold, kind stranger. And this is because last week somebody commented on our video and said that we're Reddit humor.
Yeah. Well, but that's a real story too. That is a real...
Somebody actually changed their name?
Yes, to run for president.
Whoa.
So I didn't know if you'd heard about that. So
and even the Rafflecopter part?
yeah. So that one actually
XD Rafflecopter sauce.
The only thing that was a joke was the edit part at the bottom. And then okay, so the last one here. So you may have heard of the Travis Scott burger at McDonald's. Well, now the Golden Arch Company is partnering with big celebrity Lizzo. Starting next year, customers can order the Lizzo McSpecial by adding Krispy Kreme donuts to their existing combo meals. So you heard about the Krispy Kreme thing, right?
No.
Oh, Krispy Kreme donuts are going to be sold at McDonald's.
Okay.
So it's the Lizzo combo meal.
I thought you were going to say the Golden Arches, kind of like a bridge Travis Scott key.
Oh my gosh. I was worried I was going to say Travis Scott key. While reading.
That's where I thought you were going. Because I just heard Scott again. So I was like, wait, Travis Scott key. And then I couldn't even follow it.
Crashes Lizzo.
I got one more for you, everybody. Okay. Yeah. It's I just flew in from the gay sex convention, and boy, are my arse tired.
There we go.
I don't know why I like that. I don't know why I like that joke. Boy, are my arse tired. Maybe because the grammar's not good. See that? Grammar's not good. Okay, what's next? That was the joke segment.
I guess we wanted to talk about the Baltimore thing. We could. So yeah, that boat crash was all Hindu Indians. I was also trying to think of like what the poop deck, like they were all trying to use the poop deck or something, and then they didn't pay attention. The boat crashed, or I don't know. I don't know why I put it on the list, but
the Baltimore Bridge.
Yeah. There's not. I don't have any insight.
Yeah, I did see Anthony Cumia. Did you see his tweet about this?
I did not.
He said that they're not going to name it. This was his first response. They're not going to name it the Francis Scott Key Bridge again. They're going to have to name it something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, after a black person or something. It's like, how is that the first thing that pops in your head? That's crazy that you immediately think of some way they're going to make it black.
I mean, good gosh. His Twitter is insane. Of course, the bridge fell apart. Yeah, no.
By the way, this Baltimore mayor looks crazy. He's like a child.
He looks like a child athlete. We should let them vote. Well, I mean, it's like...
Is that the black chicks with the monkey or whatever?
I don't know. Were they with a monkey? Yeah. Oh. Way too easy.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I mean, his timeline is literally black people. Okay. Well, that didn't take long. Francis Scott Key wrote Star Spangled Banner, but he was also a slaveholder. So, yeah. Okay, here you go.
Anyone who thinks the replacement for the Francis Scott Key Bridge will keep the same name hasn't been paying attention. Look for the discussion to begin about renaming the bridge after someone more representative of the population of Baltimore. Yee.
Damn.
Yee, man. Yeah. Okay, Cumia.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down. The Sean Combs P. Diddy Briddy. The George Floyd Memorial Bridge.
Damn.
I mean, that
Go to that guy's fucking page.
Miguel?
Either of them.
The George Floyd Memorial Bridge incoming. George Floyd. Whoa.
Yeah, Jorge Floyd.
Yeah. Jorge Floyd. Hey, kill my man Jorge. 20-minute Muslims live in Russia.
Oh.
He's got nothing. He's just doing race stats.
What did Nick do this time? Nick Fuentes. It's trending.
He spoke to Jeremy Boring, owner of the Daily Wire, about Candace Owens' departure from the Daily Wire. And the real news is that they talked to each other for the first time. You know, Nick had been shitting on Daily Wire for years, and they actually had a pretty civil conversation.
Wait, but doesn't Nick like Candace?
Yeah, he likes Candace.
So why was he talking to Boring?
They were just in a Twitter space, and Jeremy Boring got invited, then then Nick Fuentes got invited, and then they just kind of talked to each other.
Was it adversarial or
a little bit, but mostly kind of constructive? Because I guess Andrew Clavin said something on his show about if Ben Shapiro were to become Christian instead of staying Jewish, it would actually be really bad for him. So he, you know, obviously as a Christian is like, why is a Christian saying it's bad for someone to convert to Christianity? And Jeremy kind of had a roundabout answer, but they kind of talked back and forth. And Jeremy ended up saying that he's like watched his show frequently and thinks he's a very talented, entertainer, but he's obviously like horrified of the words that he has to say and whatnot. But
I do love Nick Fuentes pretending to care about this too, because it's like even if Ben Shapiro converted to Christianity, he'd still be Jewish. So it's well, he would still not like him. He wouldn't even trust like that it was in good faith, probably. So
yeah, but it was just kind of cool to see him both talk to each other and not have it be terribly adversarial. So I don't know. Maybe he's going to be taking Candace's spot, you know?
Whoa.
No.
Okay, what else we got?
Let's see. Back out.
I don't have anything about the bridge. I really didn't even know it
That's all right.
happened
That's
until
okay.
5 minutes ago.
That's because it just happened. April Fool.
Yeah.
Shane
Gillis.
Shane Gillis. He was on Pardon My Take. What do you have to say about this?
Well, I have to
Essentially.
say a few things. One, we don't really cover too much of this stuff, Barstool, even though I know a lot about it.
Yeah.
But Big Cat, the guy with the mustache, the guy that looks like a big cat, kind of, you know. Get off your phone. We're
I'm trying
doing
to
a
check.
show.
I'm checking. I have some timestamps for when he talks about Bert. So I was,
Big Cat, per usual, sucks comedians' dicks. I don't get why he does that, but he does it nonstop. He always acts like, he even says like, it must be crazy when you're on the road all the time. It's like, that's one of those things that comedians talk about, and I don't get it at all. I could live on the road.
Right. Like you
as
can
long
go
as
to
you go to a
Buc-ee's.
bed at night, like a hotel bed or whatever, I could still sleep. I don't need to be in my place.
Yeah, and also to me, like I know hotels suck, but the first night of a hotel is always fun because it's like, oh, ooh, Robin Williams here in the hotel. What are we doing over here? What's over there?
Yeah,
That's always
jumping
great.
on the bed.
And they do that for like a month and a half. I don't know. But I had a question about this. So do they on Pardon My Take? Do they have a lot of athletes on? Like professional?
I mean a fair amount.
So like comedians are not the cream of the crop of the guests.
I mean, but like Santino's been on a couple times. This was Shane's first time. They've had Stav on 3.5-ish times because he called in one time.
And Shane is like he's like the poster boy comedian. He's the America's #1 comedian. So would you say this is a pretty big deal for Pardon My Take? Because I feel like they're pretty big though.
I don't know that it helps them grow or anything.
Okay.
I think enough of the internet, people that like sports and Shane probably already listened to Pardon My Take.
Yeah. Just a lot of overlap. I mean, because they were talking sports a lot. And it was funny. I do like that because I haven't watched a lot of Big Cat talking and stuff, but I like that he was making fun of the other Barstool guy who was tweeting about, what was he saying? He was like, Shane Gillis said gay and retard in his monologue. America is back. But he said it in like the safest way possible. Sorry, the one thing I do have about this too. So after the SNL episode, Shane Gillis was on Louis J. Gomez's, what is it called? Legion of Skanks. And Louis was like, soda. Did they know you're going to say retard and fat and dyke?
Oh my God. Louis is so cringe.
I know. And
Oh my
Shane said, no, they didn't know I was going to say. He kind of dodged the question, but he wanted to say, no, they didn't know I was going to say it without blatantly saying it because that was a lie. But he said it enough for Louis to be like, all right, yeah, he said retard and gay without anyone knowing. But then in this interview, Shane revealed it was only one rehearsal where he didn't say gay and retard. And then he told Lauren Michaels, I'm going to say gay and retard. I just didn't in that rehearsal. And Lauren was like, yeah, say it, you gay retard. So little white lie there on Louis J. Gomez's show. But he had to appease. It was less of a lie, more of him just appeasing Louis's retarded ass.
So, okay, well, let's go back. That's a lot to process. What was the thing you said about Big Cat an hour ago? That he made fun of. Oh, that he made fun of the tweet. Yeah. So that guy, that's Will Compton that tweeted that. He played in the NFL. That's the one that Red Bar was covering at the Beer Olympics thing.
Okay.
With him and the other guy that were like crushing on Shane.
Yeah.
So it's like anything Shane does, they're like, yo, it's so funny. And they're like so impressed that somebody would say gay or like retarded.
Yeah, still at this day and age.
I mean, really, the whole thing is we use those words to shock you, but then if you act shocked, we make fun of you for being shocked. See, that's just it. You just have to deal with us saying the words.
Right.
That's really it.
Yeah.
You don't make a whole thing of it. I mean, it's good in reality, like the actual effect it has on the world. It is good that Shane says certain words on TV if that's going to get people to loosen up.
Yeah.
But you don't make a big deal about it. You just say the words.
It seems like a tight dance, but that I don't know how to say this, but it kind of falls in that trap though. It's like, yeah, we just want to say gay and retarded. We don't want to be applauded for doing something that's innate to us. We don't say gay and retarded because we think it's shocking. It's because we chose to not develop past middle school in terms of the words, our vocabulary basically. And that's why we say it. And then now there's like this, the cancel culture movement is like, we have to bring these words back to save America. And it's like, no, we're just saying it because we just say it.
Yeah, we never stopped.
Yeah.
And that's how you should talk however you want to talk and walk however you want to walk. Okay, what are we going to say next on this?
I had some things about him talking about Bert being a bit of a, I didn't have precise timestamps, but he was saying something about like how during the Super Bowl, he was in the press box with Bert, and Bert was always wanted to do like videos and like challenges and stuff, and Shane didn't want anything to do with it. And then at one point, Bert just walked into his room naked or something, and like Bert's basically just always being the most annoying person in the world.
Yeah.
I like that Big Cat asked him, like, so, like, do you want to kill yourself when you're around Bert Kreischer? Or something? He said it in the way like that. And of course, Shane was like, no, Bert's awesome. Which it's like, you could sense his soul kind of leaving when he's like, no, Bert's actually not a fucking loser.
Yeah, well, I think it was last year's Super Bowl. Everyone was staying like in the same house or something. So it's like Bert and Shane. Bert was like renting out a house for all these comedians to stay at wherever the Super Bowl was last year.
And then he said a few things about like being on podcasts. And I was like, yeah, one time I did one of Bert's cooking shows and I just did not want to be there. And I think I remember Red Bar covering it, and he was like, oh, look at Shane. He just does not want to be here. He's not even talking.
Yeah.
And so just Shane confirming that. Also, I love the discussion about Shane, and we have this screenshot of like not even Shane like up on the screen.
PFT commenter.
Yeah, I'll just I'll have this rolling or something. I don't know if they're gonna fucking copyright. I'm so nervous about copyright now. It's just we'll just pause on Shane. But that was Big Cat from earlier. Shane on his PMS while he was on PMT.
Yeah. So the other thing too, the other good story was that Shane gave tickets to Sydney Sweeney's parents or something. You saw them standing outside or something of the wherever in New York City, and he's like, yeah, I hosted it last week, and they're like, our daughter's hosting it this week, and he's like, oh, you're Sydney Sweeney's parents, and he gave them tickets to his comedy show that night.
Well, didn't he say he was like, I didn't know, like, they're like, oh, that's Sydney Sweeney's parents, and he's like, I don't know, but I gave him tickets.
No, I think he said it more definitively.
Okay.
So I'm sure he Googled it 2 seconds later also.
Yeah.
Because then the story, I don't think he would lie about that. I think he'd be like, oh yeah, somebody scammed me into giving them tickets saying they were Sydney Sweeney's parents, which that would be, he offered them up. So it doesn't make sense. But anyway, what else happened in this interview? You know, I don't totally hate Shane. I like that he is going to maybe bring back, they were kind of putting it in terms of, well, the part when they talk about like Will Ferrell movies, it was kind of gay, but
yeah.
I am okay with this. If these comedians want to make Adam Sandler movies, this generation's Adam Sandler movies, they should go for it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I mean, not to stereotype like Barstool pundits as like the biggest, like, I don't know, like 95 IQ retards, but they're like, dude, you're like the next, oh shit. Almost knocked my sound recorder off. Dude, you're like the next Adam Sandler. Like not even realizing that's like kind of an insult to say to somebody. They almost said it with like a layer of excitement. Am I misreading that or?
No, I don't think you're misreading it. It's just lame in and of itself more than anything else. I don't know. Like to be like, you could be the next Adam Sandler. Like, it's like a weird thing to say to somebody.
Yeah. You could be the next Maroon 5.
But I get the terms they're trying to put it in. Like, why don't all these comedians like start making movies?
Yeah.
You know, that's what all the comedians that left SNL did before. They used to try to make movies, and now it has to be like a production company that does it. You know, it was Adam Sandler roping everybody in. Shane, do it. But I don't want to see like a Santino movie. You know, that would suck.
Unless it's like the raping and killing of Anthony Anthony.
There's nothing right about that. Well, that's, I used to always fuck his name up and say Anthony Fantana. Or wait, no, that's the actual, wait, Andrew Fantano.
Dude, I'm thrown off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Andrew Santino. There we go. For a second there, I just imagined Andrew Santino's face, and I was like, like question marks. I couldn't figure out what his name
is. He's Mexican now. Anthony.
Yo, Anthony Santino.
So,
I don't know. I was gonna say there's a few. Maybe they're gonna start picking it up, but I'm eager to see this tires show because I know that this is what's so disheartening about it. Because I do like Shane, like you said, but Andrew Schultz is a big, heavily involved in this tires project. So I almost wonder if that's gonna be a hate watch-a-thon that we do in Stav's in a bunch of episodes. And so
it comes out in May. I'm gonna watch it. I plan on watching it. I don't think I'll like it. I didn't like Gillian Keeves that much, to be honest, so we'll see.
Yeah, I wonder if, again, with the World Peace Season 2 stuff, how much involvement he has in that. And you'd think of him being like a Sam Hyde fan that he would be like a little bit better at sketches, but Sam's sketches are just above every.
Yeah, that's like saying we should be good at sketches just because we watch Sam Hyde.
Yeah, but he has a production company, though.
Sure, but it's still like an ant next to God.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like we act like we care about this shit. No, okay. I'm done with this. I don't care. We clearly don't have anything else to say.
Goodbye.
Well, I want to say something about Flacco. This is the in memoriam. We do rest in memory pieces or whatever it is every week. And Flacco the bird, the owl from New York, he, a few weeks ago, he flew into a building and died. And everybody was like, well, that's kind of weird. That's not like something Flacco would do.
Yeah.
We've seen him fly all over and he's never hit a building before. But his face is all busted up. He's dead. He's laying on the ground. His wings are barely moving. And then they did an autopsy or a necropsy. I'd never even heard that before. Wouldn't it just be the same thing? Well,
yeah.
They look and they find out that he had rat poison, dangerous levels of rat poison, and pigeon herpes.
I mean, that's shocking.
But that can affect his coordination. I mean,
having the herpes.
Yeah, and look at that face. Does that look like somebody who's clean?
Yeah, he looks guilty. I mean, so he's like the Dan Schneider with wings, because to me, pigeons are just children owls because they're so much smaller. So if he's getting how else is he getting the herpes? And as far as the rat poisoning goes, I mean he's just an idiot. He just doesn't seem like he was the smartest owl. Or maybe that's their alcohol. You get drunk off rat poisoning. Now I would say that flying into the building is probably what killed him.
No, but why would he fly into the building?
Yeah. No, I was trying to make a joke.
Okay. Well. Okay.
I feel like I had something else to say on this guy.
I didn't get it, but people at home will laugh.
Probably not, but because you're my filter. If you don't get it, then I'm like, then people at home are definitely
there's probably like a whole side of your personality that comes through on here that I miss that people appreciate. Just like I think there's probably, like you didn't even realize I was the foil to you. Remember that?
Yeah,
I'm apparently your foil.
You think so? Yeah, you're the.
That's not what I
ENT.
said. Those weren't my words.
Is that what I said? I guess I've said that a few times.
Your wife. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I know her name. I was trying to decide to use it. Yeah.
Stevette.
Said I'm a foil to you in some way. I can't remember what it was about. Maybe just interrupting you. That's how I'm a foil.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, everybody. That we had a lot of fun gooning with you guys today.
We did.
Let us know, and this is a serious actual leave in the comments thing, because it's a little bit of trying to find that balance of letting the video play and providing commentary. Are we talking not enough when we let something, when we introduce a new person to you? We want honest feedback, because if there's 5 of you listening, we need to know, and we'll try to, figure out the best way forward on that.
No, I agree. That was a good thing to leave, because these people are going to listen to this part too. Do what Steven said.
Thank you.